But I'm from the future. And I've got some...
Oh, are you from the future? Are you from the future?
Yes.
Wait, you from the future?
Oh. I'm not sure if I'm between Japanese or Aboriginal or Scottish. I'm not sure.
Irish. What the fuck? Julie, just... Oh. Wait, everything is really weird right now.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be.
Yeah, I know. They said they're ready. They're ready
Oh,
to come on.
yeah, they're ready. I've just, yeah.
Are they here?
Yeah, they're there.
Oh, cool. That's okay. They're there. Okay. It's just relax. Expand out. You can facilitate it. I've only had 1 hour sleep.
Oh, cool. How's it getting even?
I did watch the class.
Cool. How's it getting even that?
It was cool. All I can hear was Dane screaming. Yelling.
That would have been interesting.
I can still hear Dane's voice yelling.
Cool.
Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna relax a bit.
Okay.
I've got a book.
Oh.
I think you look good.
Oh.
I can do it.
I look a little too clean to...
You look really good.
Thank you. This is the clothes I wear to my date nights and everything like that. Yeah.
You can show your lady friend, your friend. Oh, I like how you go.
Oh.
You have this little goosey.
I do.
Just you know, on your DP. Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna add our 2 contacts to the call. Oh, okay, he's busy. That's weird. Hayden Glover is calling Kelly Pringle busy. What? They're not busy though. Unless they're in the same call. Oh, cool. Expanding.
Not for you. You're pretty. You're like, you're cool. You're chill. You're Hayden.
Yeah.
The infinite being of Hayden.
Yeah.
This will be like you coming out of your show. This will be your show. This is you. You look amazing.
I do. Like the beer.
We just our conversation, like just start the show off like our conversations we always do. I just love how, Ugh.
What
I
else
feel
is
like I got a hangover too.
what was the topic again? It was
Committing to your life and business.
okay, I always remember the other one. Yes.
I know. I mean, he will talk about it, yeah.
Committing to your life
Alright.
and business.
And business. This is the whole series. We're doing a whole 10-part series, and this is what you'll be editing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, a lot more. Okay.
Busy? What's it mean, busy? Okay, that's weird. Huh.
Jump on.
I'm attempting
Can they jump on the call?
to. I'm trying to call them now.
Yeah.
That's weird. Alright. What's going on there? Well, if it's not working from my end, would you be able to try adding them all for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. How do you do this? Add to the call. Contacts. I've only got Graeme as one of my I don't have Kelly as a contact.
Okay, yeah. I'll
Could you ask her to contact me?
yeah, oh, I've got hers, if you It's see, it says busy.
Saying he's busy.
That's weird. Hold up. I'm just gonna leave this for a second, and then. Oh, okay.
Woo!
Yes!
Hello. How you doing?
That is so cool. You win.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been practicing this voice all day.
Wonderful. Oh, I love the sound effects on this thing.
Yeah, it's cool. It's gonna mess with the video a bit. Hello.
What do you do? Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello.
Hey.
Yes. I am frozen. Okay. Hello!
We're having a very interesting tech deal.
Very soft. You're very soft.
We're having a what?
Oh.
We're having a
Technical
very
difficulty.
technical morning.
Right.
And I've only had
Well,
1 hour
Kelly-
sleep, so I feel like I've
Kelly
been
looks like
tired.
she's been given birth by an angel with all that light around her.
Aww.
How cute.
So why are you only getting 1 hour sleep? Have you been partying?
Of course. Hmm?
Of course.
Of course, yeah. Oh, okay.
We cannot hear you. We can see you, but there are no words coming out of your mouth.
She has been doing the bars with Gary and Dane.
Bars. I did the bars class.
Nice.
They're on lunch break. All I can remember is Dane screaming for the whole class.
Who?
Dane.
Dane.
Dane's voice is high pitch. I don't know what it is. I've never.
Because she was watching. Oh! I'm
It's just. Gary's talking, and next thing you hear this high pitched voice in Dane, and I'm like, oh.
Interesting.
And Gary's voice is like warm honey.
It's really.
I hear a pigeon.
An owl.
Sounds like a
that would be
DJ.
Hayden's house.
Hmm?
Is
Oh.
that yours?
Yeah, must be.
Is that because he lives in? Is that because you're homeless? You got pigeons in your house.
Yeah. They are my house. I just have a house made out of pigeons. It's pretty cool.
Pigeon
My
man.
house is a pigeon.
You know the old story with the man who lived in the shoe? Yeah, it's basically that.
I'm just gonna say yes. I don't know that story, but yes.
Oh.
So good morning, everyone. Morning to the show, guys.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going to be having the conversation about committing to...
Can I roll the intro first?
committing, no, we're not on live yet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not... Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're just doing committing to our life, committing to your life and business.
Yeah.
Let's just go with that. Sounds great. Why don't you speak about it? I'm listening to hear you and I'm full volume.
I can hear you, but I had to turn you up a bit.
Yeah.
I'll listen. I'll get on that.
I've
Maybe because it's
Okay.
too early in the morning.
Alright, we're
I
gonna
always have. I'm always on mute anyway, so I'm used to not being heard. And then I'm like,
Please don't be mute.
and you guys are like, how's that?
We can hear
It's
you.
like the most profound thing you've ever said.
I know,
we didn't
and
hear
then I'm
you.
like, but wait, what did I say?
So stay off mute. You can be off mute for the whole show today.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we're on. We are on.
I'm gonna expand out.
We are
We're
live.
on.
Yeah.
Ready to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready, Hayden?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh. Hello.
Are we live? Are we
Yeah.
live yet?
We're live. We're live.
Are we?
Yes.
Are
Can
we
people
on
see
the?
us?
Are we on the line?
We is on the internet. Yes. Yes. That thing. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Missteps of Consciousness. Today, I brought a couple guests and my old consciousness partner before I came from the future to look like an old man. So we have Kelly Pringle and Graeme Crosskill, and of course Julie Andrew, and I am the luscious, lording Hayden Glover. Hi.
Hi.
That's quite a celebrity name, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
What is your name?
The luscious, lording Hayden Glover. I may have stolen that from someone else, but yeah, I did.
But I think you might be talking about my famous name, but I could be getting that wrong.
Your stage name.
My stage name is Julie Andrew. Hello everyone,
Hi.
welcome. Hey, hi Hayden, how are you going?
Pretty good, got a bit cold.
Hey.
Oh, wow. Cool. We have got Graeme and Kelly from South Africa today on the show. Hey Hayden, what are we going to be talking about today? What's that thing we've been talking about? Committing to our life, committing to our business.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds
Maybe.
pretty familiar, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe Graeme and Kelly can talk to us about that.
Yeah.
Maybe they can whisper some things that we don't know.
I mean,
I'm sure that I'm always committing to my life.
they only have like
What if,
5 businesses and millions of dollars, so they'd be pretty good with committing to your business and your life.
Who are these mysterious people you're talking about?
No idea.
So
right in front of us.
So maybe I can share a little bit of piece of some information with regards to committing to your life and business. The universe cannot support you unless you commit to your life or your business. And this is kind of one of the missing pieces that people don't really realize when it comes to their life and their business, is because you know what it's like. So the way that I kind of look at this whole topic, and it's such a wonderful topic, is, if you go away for the weekend, for example, you're going to go on a little holiday into a nice little town, you're going to go stay and do a few little things. What goes on is, you go away on holiday and you separate yourself from your life, you separate yourself from your business, and you go and do the holiday thing. You do the little tourist things, you see the little shops, you do the little breakfasts, and that kind of is the essence of your living, right? The difference is now, when you're actually willing to commit to your life and your business, when you really look at what that means, it's when you go away on this holiday now, having committed to your life and your business, what actually starts to show up is the universe starts to deliver information to you in a way that you wouldn't have been able to receive before, that will allow you to expand your business based on the questions and the possibilities you've been asking. So instead of going on holiday and being like, okay, I'm just going to do the holiday thing, what goes on is you'll go on holiday and you'll be sitting in the coffee shop, and based on what you're looking at creating in the future, something will show up and the energy will pop.
Yeah.
And then that is where you're in the essence of creating. You see, so, and that cannot show up unless you're committed to your life or committed to your business, because you turn off and you turn away from creation.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Cool. So
It's
So-
like
that's like
go on, Hayden.
that's like the willingness to be an allowance to let even when quote unquote you're on holidays, to allow other things to create in your life and continue to keep going. Oh, we lost Julie. And create onwards and onwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and what it actually allows you to do is it allows you to be in that space of a continuous creation. You see, because what we've been sold this lie that we need to turn off, or that we need to switch off our awareness, or that we need to slow down and have a break. But the only thing that you can really break from is your awareness. So what if you never switched off your awareness, and you were always turned on, you were always turned up, and you actually had this thing called the adventure of living,
Oh,
24/7.
oh, that sounds like too much fun, and like you'd make too much money, and it would be ease.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It'll be too much ease, and you wouldn't actually, yes, you'd be making money, but what would actually show up is money would then start being delivered to you in ways that you could never imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. So it can show up in all sorts of different kinds of ways. So, yeah.
Graham? Because it's kind of like, the thing is it possible to one day be not committed to your life and business, and the next day you are fully committed to your life and business? Like, what does it take to make that choice?
Well, exactly that. It's a choice. The thing is, what you've got to look at is you can't come to a conclusion of how that looks like or what that looks like. And also, what you've got to also look at is that there's no completion to it. So once you've committed to your life, or once you've committed to your business, there's always a level beyond. There's not, oh, now I've committed to my life, now I can turn off again, because that's what people do. They go back to the turn off. Instead of going, what else can I create? What more can I receive? What more can I be?
More.
So it's that adding on to your life, adding people to your life, adding energy to your life, adding anything to your life.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, it's a little bit more than that as well, because it also starts including the receiving. I can hear myself.
Can you talk a bit more about that? About receiving? We do have Hayden and I do talk about receiving a lot. So yeah, can you talk more about that?
Well, let me ask it a different way. Like, what is receiving to you?
Knew you're gonna say that. Others? Hayden? Kelly, you want to join into that?
Ooh.
I would say it's kind of just that, like, opening of yourself to everything that comes your way without a judgment of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really
And-
nice. Hayden?
I like
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
nice. Hayden,
Yeah.
what is receiving?
Well, I'm gonna
What's
say the one.
receiving to you?
Well, I'm gonna say I'm not really sure in this 10 seconds, but the one Dane and Gary always
You have to give us $100.
the one Dane and Gary always use is where you're the wound, and you're without the scab, and you're willing to be vulnerable and to have everything show up in whatever way it shows up, and to totally see it as the gift it is. Yeah. You can't see
Well,
me.
you know what, and
I would
And this
say-
is the
I would
thing, you
say-
know, you said like quite a key little word there, the gift that it is. And this is where, you know, for me, where I see a lot of people kind of twisting up what goes on is they've defined receiving in terms of what they're willing to receive, which is not really receiving. That's still a conclusion, that's still a judgment. You see, receiving is receiving in totality. It's receiving the good, the nasty, the mean, the vicious, the happy, the sad, but with that vulnerability of going, okay, so what's the gift in this? What's the possibility? You know, because the universe is strange in that it's actually always got your back, but you can never receive that it's got your back until you're willing to commit to your life. Because you've always got to have some form of resistance and rejection and a way to prove that everything is hard, everything is mean, and everything doesn't work for you, which is the other side of it.
So if you're not into like resisting or reacting, and so it goes back to allowance, really, to just be willing to receive everything.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, receiving and allowance go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You can't have one without the other, and you can't have allowance without vulnerability. You see, and then you can't have vulnerability without the willingness to be wrong, and you can't have the willingness to be wrong without the willingness to fail.
Everything that brought up. Right, wrong, good and bad, pump, park, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. Got this.
Yes. So, and the thing
Maybe
is,
give me your official fucking powder.
you
From
see,
the
and you know what the really, yeah, the future fucking Potter. The cool thing about this is, you know, the new stuff that's kind of like come about, and the things that we're really talking about now is the chaos and the order of everything, right? Order is commitment to control. Chaos is the willingness to receive everything without a point of view and live on the creative edge of consciousness. So the one will always deliver to you what you think is right and correct, which is generally the points of view about, am I allowed to swear on the show?
Oh, go for
Yeah,
it.
you
Fucking
can
go
swear
for
on
it.
the
Excellent. So what tends to go on is you've got to end up proving how fucked up you actually are. And that's mainly where we try and prove ourselves right, because once we know that we fucked up, then we know we're right. You know, and if you look at it like this...
Hayden, we don't know about that. We just don't know about that at all. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, well, this is the beautiful thing that people do in business, because what they do is they make a choice, and then it turns out the way they knew it was going to turn out, and they go, well, I knew it was going to turn out like this. Well, why the fuck did you choose it?
Yeah.
Because you have to
Graeme?
prove
Yeah, Kelly.
the rightness of your point of view.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
So-
each other. Oh, so, hang on, Kelly. So, oh wow. So when people say, "Hey, I knew that was going to turn out like that," that's the proving their rightness of their point of view.
Yes.
And that's their
Wow.
creation.
Yes. Sorry, it's getting hot in here. Ooh.
Getting hot in
Did I
here.
tell you that it was a stripper show? Is this?
We're having
Hey?
strip parties. We're having strip parties of Missteps
I
of
am
Consciousness.
feeling so hot.
Good. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
music up.
So yeah. So, and this is the thing. You know, the one thing that I find very interesting about business is 97.5% of entrepreneurs choose to get into business to prove that they're a failure,
Oh,
so that they can know they're right.
yeah.
Okay, so everything that is, everything that brought up, and all the points of order. Okay, so the points of order are where we order our reality, where we order the limitations, where we sit in the lesser version of ourselves. So all the points of order you're using to prove the point of view that you're right about your wrongness. Can we destroy and uncreate all that, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
Times a godzillion, right? Wrong, good, bad, pot, call, none, shorts, boys, and beyond.
And that's not just in business. People do that just in everyday this reality. So,
Well,
And that's all. Can I?
Yeah, go for
Kelly,
it.
go for it.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that when like these trickles of receiving come in when you actually like kind of trying to prove the rightness of your point of view the whole time, so you can never truly receive from anything.
Yeah, and this is the thing, that this is where the difference comes in when you're willing to commit to your life. You see, and you know, I say committing to your life in business, and the reason I go into that is because, you know, this is something that Simone Molasses has kind of brought into the world, and your life is your business and your business is your life. And if you don't live your life like that, then what's really going on is you're not always looking at how to create your life, because you're always actually looking at just surviving, not what else can I create here.
And thriving. That energy of, you know, thriving.
You're not allowed to thrive as an entrepreneur. It's got to be serious, and it's got to be hard, and you've got to sacrifice, and then you've got to prove how great you are by the amount of times you failed.
Like hard like a penis.
Exactly. And you know what I find really interesting, right, about this reality, and this is the one thing that fascinates me the most. If you look at the people who are celebrated the most in this reality, right, are the ones who have had the hardest time getting to where they've got. So if you look at, for example, entrepreneurs that are really, really successful, okay, they're the ones who failed 100 times. They're the ones who got up every time. If you look at war, the people who go and lose limbs and get shot in the ass are the ones who win the medals and get merited for what they've done. Does that not sound absolutely fucking insane to you?
Yep.
Hey?
Forrest Gump. Remember Forrest
Exactly.
Gump? And he got shot in the ass.
Exactly. So what if it's different, guys? What if the choice to allow consciousness, awareness as your priority is actually the simplest and easiest way to create the success in your life? Not follow the money, not follow the triumph, but allow consciousness and awareness to be your priority. You see, the thing is, when you allow awareness to be your profit in business, you can never ever fail.
Yeah.
So everything that is, times a godzillion, let's destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You know, everyone in business says cash is king. Bullshit. Awareness is king.
Yeah.
So
100% correct,
people
yeah.
are watching. So if people are watching the show for the first time and they've just heard us, you know, going pock and pod, all that, and you know, that's actually the clearing statement from Access Consciousness. And you can actually go to accessconsciousness.com the clearing statement to actually, you know, find out what it actually means too. Yeah. So, and all the tools we're talking about today are from Access Consciousness. Yeah, Kelly, go for it. And I just keep looking at Hayden and want to piss myself laughing. And Hayden's just sitting there like.
The thing is, like, I've only seen you once, so this is like normal. Like, you have this massive beard and.
You'll see me again.
You're
You'll be
basically turning on all the women right now.
I'm waiting for Hayden to show his penis. I'm just waiting for him to show his penis on you know, on the show. Hard,
That's the next
hard
show.
penis.
Welcome. It's not faces anymore. We just
So
do.
just a so just a little bit of information for the
Yeah.
for the real, like, the beginners, and kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, let me give you this information. You know, you've got yourself to where you are. All right. What if there's a super highway to where you would actually like to be? And that is really what the tools of Access Consciousness start empowering you with. And the clearing statement is the start. Yes, it sounds weird. Who gives a fuck? You are weird. Start acknowledging your weirdness and start choosing what works. And this clearing statement is going to be one of those moments in your life when you start choosing it and going, why did I not do this earlier? Because energetically, what it does is it creates this clearing in your energetic field for you to be able to have a different choice. And this is what we're all looking at, and this is why we're having this conversation tonight, because committing to your life and committing to your business is really about not being subject to this reality, but it's empowering you to be able to know that you're the source and the choice to creating your life. There's nothing greater, there's nothing more powerful than you are other than what you choose to be a part of. And this is what it allows you to have and be.
And that's really different for people that haven't actually heard this before. You know, like, I know with myself, I've always looked, I knew there was different possibilities, but I just knew, I always looked the source outside, like, you know, not that I was the source. And, you know, a lot of religions and a lot of things saying that, yes, you know, you're amazing, but you have outer source, you know, you still give. It's like you still give yourself away. So what you're talking about is you're the source, but you're not separate from everything else in the universe. Is that correct, or?
Well, yes, it is. And to even simplify that to the degree is to go look at this holiday example. How many people disconnect from their life? How many people disconnect from their business and go, that's it, I'm not working while I'm away. But what you've got to start to realize is that you love to work. You love to create. That's actually when you feel great.
Yeah.
So why would you take a holiday from that? What are you thinking? Have it all the time.
So you're actually taking a holiday from you.
Well, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. You're taking, well, if you're not working and you're not creating, you know, like you are creating by being you. Like, yeah. Wow.
Well, this is the thing, and this is what we're saying in terms of you are the source, because one of the hardest things I learned, one of the hardest things for me was to realize that everything was a choice. Because I looked at my world and it was fucked up, and I struggled as an entrepreneur, and I was like, well, what's wrong with me? Why isn't this working? And when I started to acknowledge that everything was a choice, the other side of that is, well, I can then choose to change the things that aren't working, because if they're a choice, I can choose something different. So there's an immense beauty in everything's a choice as well, if you're willing to get out of the wrongness of it.
So the wrongness of you, or the wrongness of everything?
Well, the wrongness of everything, but a lot of people look at it and go, well, then if my life's so fucked up, then what's wrong with me? Then I'm choosing it. You just didn't have the information that you have today, and you didn't have the tools to be able to actually create your life. Yeah. So how grateful can you be that? I look at it like this, right? I struggled with money, but the struggle with money got me to choose, got me to create, and got me to seek something greater. If it wasn't for the struggle for money, I would have most probably been lying on my mom's couch. Yes, I would have been rich, but I would have been pretty useless and probably fat. You know, so that doesn't work for me. So you've got to look at you've got to look at the gift at these things, not the wrongness of these things.
No, well, you know, like I have the story of, you know, I was so out of control, so my parents used to shut me in a shed in a cage. There was this cage in the shed they used to put me in. And, you know, like now I look at what a
Is that where you found Hayden?
I found Hayden in the corner of the shed. He came from the
With his
he was my
pigeon.
gift. He was my gift from the future.
Yeah.
While I was a small kid to play with.
Yeah.
And it is such a gift. It is such a gift to look at it like the way you were talking about, is by those choices and by the choices that my parents, it's got me to look for different possibilities. It got me to look, to go beyond of being a victim and making myself a victim. It showed me to go beyond my story. I am not my story. I don't define me as my story. It showed me different ways of, you know, coming out of being an emotional wreck. And you know, so it's just amazing of all that. So yeah, I see what you're saying about how, you know, with that money stuff, how it's giving you different possibilities. Yeah, that's awesome.
It is, yeah.
So can I ask you a question, Graham? So if someone was going through stuff, going through, you know, I was going to say torture like I did, or going through money stuff, what would you suggest? Like, what could you say to people who know there's something different, but don't know where to turn? What would you say to them? And Kelly, join me, Kelly.
Yeah, well, you know what, Kelly, you run with this one, and then I'll fill in.
Okay, but what I was kind of getting there is this kind of acceptance that people just go through their life accepting everything that sucks and kind of thinking that everything that's good is just something that's happened, like by a stroke of luck or whatever. But like what Graham said about choice is a massive thing, and if you can literally just empower them with that one piece of information, is that you do have choice. From there, I think everything just kind of, but like we were chatting about it today, I mean, it's not an easy, well, it can be, but it's sometimes not an easy thing to actually get. That like everything, it's like, okay, cool, everything's a choice, but I mean, to actually get that and start like seeing where you're choosing stuff, but yeah, I'd say that's the first step, is definitely that little piece of info.
When you've been doing it, and it's been so entrained, like, you know, for trillions of years, and to really then look, like for me, like when I started looking at the choices that I was choosing, it was a little bit confronting at the start, because I was like, wow, I'm my creator. Like, I've really created my life where it is right now. There was no blame. There was no, like, when you really go, wow, I've got choice, then you see what you've created in your life. And, you know, that can be quite confronting for people.
So you know, let me give you sort of like three real simple, cool, effective tools to sort of start with getting the shift to getting yourself into a little bit of a different space. So first is to really ask a question. This is really the foundation. This is the platform, should I say, of which you can change your world. And the question is, so what else is possible you haven't even considered yet? Okay, what if everything was an actual lie and you've just bought it as true? And only that point of view, that you've bought it as true, is what makes it real.
So everything a lie.
Yeah.
Everything. What if everything is a lie? Okay, and let's just play that game for 10 seconds. Just for 10 seconds. Everything is a lie. Does that give you a different choice?
Yes.
Well,
Because now, okay.
yeah.
So that's your first. That's your second tool. is to just for 10 seconds, every once in a while, just ask the question, what if everything is a lie here? So what if I'm angry is a lie? What if I'm poor is a lie? What if I'm a victim is a lie? What if I can't be successful is a lie? Cool. Now do you have a different space to look at something from? Absolutely. Okay. Then your third tool is to go and get out of the definition, get out of the points of views, get out of your hopes and dreams, get out of this mystical fantasy visionary life that you think you would like to have, because I can tell you now, there's a greater possibility available for you. Okay, we live in a rather big place called the universe. Okay, there is more available to you than what you can perceive in your little vision. Okay, so imagine there is something far greater available for you, but you can only get to it when you get out of the definition of what you think you'd like your life to be like. So those are your three tools.
Yeah. Wow. Whew, there was a bit of unconsciousness on that.
I feel like I missed the second tool.
I also did.
What if everything's a lie? What if you didn't miss the second tool and that was the lie?
Oh, that's definitely cool. Yeah, because I remember this is something super weird that Access does, where you can listen to clearings and stuff, and you can do it when you're not exactly conscious, when you're sleeping or you're doing other things, and you'll still get the change, and it's not like everything else. Yeah, cool.
And well, exactly that. And you know what kind of like sort of sparked when you said that? The most beautiful thing for me and the most frustrating thing for me about the tools of Access Consciousness is they're so dynamic that 99% of the time you don't realize you've changed. Okay, because it's instantaneous. And then you look at your life and you go, nothing's working. And then you look back like in 3 months' time, you go, wow, I remember I had a problem about this. Wow, it actually changed. You know? So this is the gift in it and the frustration in it, because we're always trying to look for the definition of the change. What if that's the lie? What if you just get out of it and just receive the change?
Can I ask, the other thing is with these tools of Access Consciousness, you can use them in anything that you're designed to create. So like people who haven't heard of Access Consciousness tools, and I would say they're a set of pragmatic tools that will work for what works for you. So you can use that to enhance. Hayden and I have been talking about, we're starting to write a book called Having This Reality to Work for You. And it's really, you know, employing this reality, where a lot of people I see is they work for this reality. The reality is, you know, there's that, you know, we've been talking about what if you could have this reality as your bitch, not the other way around. And so, you know, that's just a so cool way of looking at it. So if someone's coming to you and still quite locked down in this reality, and you've given them the 3 tools, and then you start talking about these pragmatic tools of like talking about how you could, you know, come out of this reality, because that's what the tools are about, is really coming out of this reality, going beyond this reality, and creating something so different that hasn't been seen before. So my question really is, if someone came to you, what way would you say to really get them to look and be the invitation to look at how they could make this reality work for them?
Well, I would actually, first things I would do is I would ask them the question, is what you're currently doing, what you're currently choosing, and the way your life is it working for you? You see, because we've got to come to that point where we've got to go, oh shit, it's actually not working for us. The reason for this is 90%, okay, 90% of what's fucking your life over is the things you think you've got right. Okay. Because these are the things that you're not willing to look at, and these are the things that you're not willing to let go of, that are actually creating the limitation in your life. Well, it's everything. It's the business that's making 100,000 instead of the business that could make 100 million. You know, you define yourself by the 100,000, not by the 100 million. You know, it's the girlfriend or the boyfriend that you think is so perfect, right, and correct for you.
Yourself.
Yeah.
You
So
define yourself of good or bad. You define yourself good or bad. Oh, cool. I haven't. Wow. It's like a penny dropped. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So if you could start looking at, okay, is this actually working for me? If it's not working for you, what else is possible you haven't even considered yet? What are the 3 different choices you can have? So as a random example, let's say money's not working for you. Okay, cool. So what 3 choices do you have right now to change that? 1, you can go play the lotto. Can you not? Yes, no. Yeah. 2, you can find one thing in your home to sell. Okay? And 3, you can actually go out and source a new client. The weird thing about...
Or you can prostitute yourself.
Well, there's loads of options, you know, and this is the thing, but we always come down to this defined path where we think that we have no choice. But what if you just started writing down, whether you choose to do it or not? What if you just started writing down something you could choose different here? I could play the lotto. I could sell something in my house. I could go and mow my neighbor's lawn. It doesn't matter. Yes, it sounds stupid, but what you're really doing is you could stand on the corner. You getting yourself out of your mind, and you're getting yourself into a different choice. And that's the key to this, to realize that you actually have a different choice. Not once, every time. But not about one thing, about everything.
That's good.
That's awesome. Well, that comes to the end of the show on that.
Live.
I must go back to my dark future and bring joy and happiness.
Excellent.
And I will
Go forward to my dark future.
I will find Hayden in my cage, in the corner of my cage, in 4 trillion years.
You will notice the cage.
So
Thank you, guys.
Okay, right.
If there's one thing I can say before we go, is for everyone now and in the future, please guys, just do yourself one favor, just one favor. If nothing else, get yourself to an Access Consciousness Foundation class. Do whatever it takes to get there, but guys, you've got to fucking get to this class, okay? And from there, you can either carry on choosing the life that you have, or you will be invited to more of you.
Well, bars class first.
Yeah, get your fucking bars right. Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Buy a pigeon.
Yeah, look, the Foundation Access Consciousness core class is the foundation class, and the bars class is amazing. I've tried every modality. I do every modality in healing and spiritual and in therapy, and I really do find that the access tools are it's like the super highway to cut through the shit, to really like
to find you.
Yep.
Really?
It is. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So it's fast, it's quick, and it never shows up the way you really think it's going to show up. So, hey, I wouldn't thought I'd be talking to you guys from the other side of the world and have my futurist My future, oh, how funny, my futurist, Hayden, sitting right next to me.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, we'd love to have you back on the show soon, guys, to talk about futurists, because that just popped about being a futurist, because Hayden and I, we love being a futurist. A
Well,
pragmatic
we can have a
futurist.
conversation about being a pragmatic futurist.
Futurist.
Definitely. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so see you guys. See you next
Yeah.
week.
Hope you enjoyed.
See you next week for the next show. We got Daria on, and we've got some amazing, South Africa.
USA.
Pakistan.
See you guys.
There's.
Thanks, guys.
Cool, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Sleep tight. Bye.
Bye. Awesome. Oh, that was good.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can I ask one thing that would flow a little bit more?
Mhm.
I know you love listening.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just have the when I go in, like last night how we did it was perfect, and we started doing it, and then it was like you listen, and that was cool, and I was like, okay, but it just looks, and then it looks like it's our show.
Yeah.
Then for people having conversation, you and me having this conversation together, and then you